God, that one came out sideways. Dear Lord. That's the last time I have Taco Bell for lunch. Dear God. Thank God I don't have to clean this bathroom. Now, where's the toilet paper? Wait. Oh my God, they're out of toilet paper. What am I going to do? Wait. I know. I have Marvel Strike Force infographics. I'll use them. Oh God, these are so nice. I feel so clean. My God, these are great. I'll never go back to toilet paper again. It's only going to be Marvel Strike Force infographics for me from now on. This last one looks kind of interesting. Maybe some people would like to know about this last one. Well, I hope they don't mind it being a little bit used. I should go talk to him about that. Alright, now I just gotta go, unlike Cub saying Han, I have to go wash my hands. I'll be right with you in a minute. Hello and welcome, I am Dogbert, and this is yet another Dogbert's Team Toilet Paper Infographic. Today for Gamma. The new Gamma team officially is filled out now that we have Red Hulk, the newest character in the game, that is available to us as of the making of this video. So let's go and wipe in first. Nope, not enough. Gotta wipe a little harder. And we have Red Hulk. And the ISO for him is going to be Striker. I did try out Raider like everybody's saying. It really wasn't that impressive. I actually found him doing more damage and just being an overall better character and more of an annoyance by running Striker and getting that extra damage. And then when his battlefield effect takes effect, it gets more damage with those bleeds, which can be actually quite devastating, especially in like war. So as for his T4s, his basic is a nice to have. It's just extra damage when you use the basic. It's not really a required at all. He does work without it. It's just a matter of do you want to do more damage with the basic or not. His special is absolutely 100% required. If you want him to knock back turn meter, you have to T4 it. Otherwise, he doesn't work the way he's supposed to. You definitely need this T4. The ultimate would be required as well. You want that battlefield effect? Well, without the T4, you only have a 50% chance of actually getting it. And in the future, when there's other battlefield effects, maybe there's something positive for another team on the other side, this will clear it for guaranteed. So this is already a high value T4, already required to make him work to get the battlefield effect 100% of the time, and in the future it will become even more valuable. And finally, last but not least, his passive is also required. This gets him more charges, it gets him healing on the health. This makes him overall a lot better and makes the character work the way you want him to. But in reality, you're probably going to end up doing all the T4s because he is a legendary horseman. That's just the way we've been building them. Moving on, wiping in at number 2 is OG Hulk. Now, OG Hulk is probably the one you want geared the most if you have to make a decision, because he is going to be taking a lot of hits. So he might be one of the first ones you take to gear 16 even before Red Hulk, just because of how many hits he's going to be taking. And his ISO, I am recommending Healer. Healer is incredibly annoying with Hulk. He takes a lot of turns, he throws out those regens, either on himself or on his other teammates, which then works with Brawn. They get heal blocks removed. You don't want a heal block on Hulk, so this would help with that. Plus, if you can make him ping only below 50, after he goes below 50%, and then heal him back up, so he goes back below 50% again, you can get tons and tons of turns if you can pull that stunt off, making Healer really great. Now, there's also good arguments for Striker and Skirmisher because of how many turns he is taking, but Healer is by far the most annoying. As far as when you have to face one, and he keeps him alive too, so that's always good. As far as his T4, his basic is pretty much just a little bit extra damage. Not really that great, but it is a nice to have. His special is absolutely required. That's the one that will make him clear all negative effects, no matter how many they are. Unless, of course, he has trauma, in which case then you're screwed. But otherwise, you definitely need this to get rid of those negative effects, and you're going to need this one, and you're going to be using the special quite a bit. The ultimate is a nice to have. It's extra damage, 70% to all adjacent targets and the primary target. It is a good T4. It's a nice to have. He works fine without it. And his passive is absolutely 100% required. This is the one that gives him speed bar. Whenever an ally gets hit or he drops below 50%, he gets extra speed bar. You absolutely positively need this in order to make Hulk work the correct way. And now you know what time it is. That's right. It's time for the turd of the team. The Karnak, the Heimdall of the team. Well, I was going to say something about Pimtech, but the entire team's a turd. Or Hand. That's another one's a whole turd of a team. So the turd of the team is the character you don't really want to build. If you have a chance to replace them, this will be the character you replace in the team. But for now, you have to build them because this is a horseman team. You have to use them anyway because they have the tag. But they are the turd of the team. And who is the turd of the team? Why, that would be She-Hulk, of course. She is the turd of the team. ISO recommendation for her is Striker. Now, before we had Red Hulk, people were running Skirmisher, and that was fine because she doesn't really have that great a focus. But with Red Hulk coming and giving 60% focus, that has more than made up for that, allowing us to go to Striker because, let's face it, she's just going to be standing there throwing things she gets charges, really. She really doesn't take a whole lot of turns, to be honest with you. Her basic is just a luxury, just damage. It's a basic, and it's very rare that you would actually be using the basic, to be honest with you. Special is nice to have, gives her a little bit extra heal when she does her special and gets that taunt up. But that's all it really is. Her ultimate is definitely a luxury. It's just more damage again. She doesn't do a whole lot. You're going to use the ultimate, but whether or not it's worth a T4 is up to you. Her passive is just recommended. It does help out some, that's for sure. What it does, it gives her a little bit more healing on turn. She gets a little bit more damage, 20% to all targets when she does her thing with the charge. And it gives 10% bonus damage in war. So if you are big on war, this one will become a little bit more higher value to you. This does increase the team's damage overall. But overall, it's just a recommended. Wiping in at number 4 is Abomination. Yes, he's had an abomination of a release, but what are you going to do about it? His ISO is Raider. He hits a lot of targets, especially since you're going to be starting turn 1, usually with that special. That is a complete team hit. His basic, though, is just a luxury. It's just extra damage. Not really that great of a T4, but it's an okay T4. If you want it, go for it. But we have a lot of T4s to put on this guy, because his special absolutely positively required. It gives you extra crit chance against characters with defense up or defense down. It flips. It gets rid of defense up, I should say. This is an absolutely required T4. And his ultimate also required. He only has a chance to stun without it. This gives him he will 100% of the time try to land that stun, assuming his focus goes through, which he probably will. This one's absolutely required. And then his passive is absolutely insane, what it does for the team. It gives them drain. It gives him, I think, an extra 10% healing. And he also flips a positive effect into a negative effect randomly. Absolutely great T4. Absolutely want that T4 on Abomination. And last but not least, we come to Brawn. Another fuck you, pay me event release. Yes, I said it. Yep, that's the way Scrupuli's going now with Dum Dum Dukin at the helm. Fuck you, pay me is their motto. His ISO is Striker. Now, I did try him out with Skirmisher, not that impressed by it. The Striker attack is quite nice. You get a little bit extra damage. Plus, he can throw out another regen, which is big for getting rid of those heal blocks, because at the end of any turn, if somebody has heal block and a regen, they will clear that heal block then, unless, of course, they have trauma. His basic is absolutely just a luxury. It's just extra damage. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage himself. So it's like, If you want to spend the T4s, go for it. But we have a lot of T4s on this team. His special, absolutely positively required. This is what allows him to copy all effects, not just a few. All of them. And then, of course, spread them, of course, as well. So you absolutely positively need the T4 on the special. His ultimate also required. This allows him to steal more health and redistribute more health. So therefore, you absolutely positively want this one as well to make him work correctly. And don't forget, this heal bypasses heal block because he is stealing health and redistributing a huge amount in order to heal up the team. And his passive is only recommended. It is a good passive, 150% resistance. Plus he gets safeguard and immunity, and I think it's just in war. When Hulk's present. It's a pretty good T4, but it's only recommended. You can definitely work without it, but that 150% resistance is very, very tempting. So I hope this gives you an idea of how to gear the Gamma team, how to T4 them. It's a lot of T4s. It seems like we're getting a lot of T4 heavy teams lately. I hope this video is helpful and informative, and until next time, everybody.